Welcome back. This week marks the end of an era in Denver. After decades of serving the city of Denver in different capacities, Elbra Wedgworth is retiring. So we went to the archives.
I never in my wildest dreams thought that we could bring this tremendous excitement and new energy to my hometown.
Yes, you may remember and recognize her from 11 years ago when she helped bring and organize the Democratic National Convention here in Denver. And that was just one of many events Elbra has had her hands in that have helped shape the Mile High City. And we are thrilled to have her here with us today. So first, thank you for being here. Thank you for your service. What are you doing retiring now? What's the plan? Why retire?
Well, first of all, it's a pleasure to see you. You're wonderful. And just to spend more time with my family and friends. Public service has been very rewarding, and it's been the best thing that's ever happened to me, but I'm going to focus on my family and do some projects offline right now.
Offline.
Right.
Okay, so we talked about your role in the DNC, and I remember, because I was out there covering it, and I remember the tension in this city about how this was going to shake up not just Denver, but the entire state of Colorado.
Right.
It went smoothly.
Well, I think that people really understood the historical significance of this. It was 100 years after the first political convention we held in 1908, and then Senator Barack Obama would be the first person of color to accept a nomination for president. So I think everyone said, we want to witness this because we don't know whether we'll ever have an opportunity like this again. And so everything went very smoothly, especially the move from Pepsi Center to Invesco, and it was the largest crowd to hear a convention nomination speech since Kennedy, and so it was just really historic.
You must have been fearless to be able to do that, because that was a huge undertaking, and I think a lot of people would have said, I don't want that on my plate.
Well, I think that, I grew up here in East Denver, from a poor family, but I always said you have to just jump in. You can't be afraid of anything. You have to test yourself and really challenge yourself to things. And I knew how important this would be for the city and the state and politically for us, and so I decided just to go for it and just say, let's do it.
Well, congratulations, because we know it went well. Okay, so you're the only person in recent memory who has served in all three branches of Denver city government: city council, auditor's office, and mayor's office.
Yes.
Why public service?
Well,
it's a thankless job in a lot of ways.
Well, I wanted to be a social worker, and it just happened to turn out that way. I started as a senior analyst at City Council, and then the then auditor, Wellington Webb, noticed me, and he knew my parents, but he didn't know me. And then he said, I'd like for you to come and work for me. So I worked for him, and then he ran for mayor and won. So it just kind of progressed in that way. And then years later, I ran for city council, Hiawatha Davis's seat, and won, and then eventually served as president. So I just happened to be at the right place at the right time, but I worked very hard throughout those years to be in those positions.
So you were also instrumental in Union Station.
Yes,
and the redevelopment.
I chaired the Union Station Authority Board of Directors for 9 years, and we brought it in on time and under budget. And when we first started, we had no money. I mean, we just had the building, and so we had to get all of the different partners and stakeholders together, but also obtain a loan from the Department of Transportation for $300 million, which they had never done before. So we were just very lucky, but we were also committed, because it wasn't about us, it was about the people of Denver and Colorado and the further transportation needs for our people. So we were just very successful, but it was hard. It was very
because
hard.
Anyone who's been around for a while knows that was a blighted area. I mean, no one went to Union Station, right?
No, there was nothing there. In fact, it was just mostly dust and cow bones from back in the day when they, had cattle, come to the city. But we had some very dedicated people who were all volunteer, by the way. We were not paid for any of this for 9 years to keep it going and moving it forward. And now you look at it, it's like,
well, yeah. What do you think when you drive through around Union Station now, or any part of Denver for that matter?
I can't believe it. Yeah. It's just a miracle, because I'm a native, so I remember even when 16th was a street.
I do too.
You too. And but it's just amazing how the city has grown, and I'm fine about growth, and I'm proud of my city. But we also are an urban city, and we have urban issues that we're having to address, whether it's traffic or whatever, and we have to deal with those in a humane and smart way too.
So are there issues that you look back and you think, I wish I would have tackled this, or I wish I would have worked harder on X, Y, and Z?
Well, I think that, we still have an ongoing homeless issue that we need to address in a humane way. And my history with Denver Health, I think we have really tried to be a partner with the city to try to address those issues, and we'll continue to do that. Also, affordable housing, that's always going to be a challenge for us. But I think that, especially with Mayor Hancock and this administration, and previous administrations, because I've been through 5 mayors. Total.
So you've seen it all. You have some stories you could tell us.
Yes, I do, but I won't do it here. But anyway, but I think that we're still progressing to be an urban city and one of the best cities in the nation. But it's going to take some time and effort to do that.
So we have about 30 seconds left. What's next?
What's next is, like I said, spending more time with my family and friends, but also mentoring that next generation of leadership. I think that's important.
Are you ready to hand the reins over?
Oh, here's the baton. Take it.
Yeah.
Because I think that's important for our future. I think to create those leaders and to empower them and support them. Yeah.
Elbra Wedgeworth, thank you so much for all you've done for the city of Denver, and nice to have you here on Politics Unplugged.
Thank you very much.
All right, stay with us. When we come back, we're taking a look at some of the issues state lawmakers will tackle when they get back to the Capitol.